Okay, so I accidentally went on this horrible date, and alright, so this guy, he messages me, and he was just like, hey, I've seen you out a lot, and I never really wanted to talk to you. And of course, at that moment, I was just like, then don't. Like, go with that first idea. It just, ugh. But, anyways, so I gave him one chance to say what he actually meant, and he was either going to be like an asshole or just really socially awkward. Turns out he was just really socially awkward. And we messaged back and forth, and he was like, hey, you want to like meet up and go out on a date? And I was just like, no, I kind of know if I want to go in that direction with somebody, and it's not going to work out. So, he was just kind of just kept pestering me. And I guess that's how you get me to go on a date. Um, but he was still just like, oh, you want to, maybe we should just talk or whatever, we could be friends, blah, blah, blah. And I just said, fine. Um, how about Thursday? We can meet and get dinner or something, because I'm gonna be hungry. And we'll just be friends, we'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. Alright, turns out it was a date because he bought wine. And like the whole time, I'm surly as hell because I'd worked all day and I hadn't eaten, and he just says, I'm not really hungry because I just ate. And I'm like, ugh. But I was just like, I'm gonna eat, okay? That's what I do. And so the whole thing happens, and he's a comedian, so he thinks he's funny. And I'm like, you ain't funny. You can't, don't try and make me laugh, okay? And the whole date, he just keeps saying, oh my God, you're so dark and crazy, and I love it. And I'm watching him, and I was just turned to him and said, you have more ticks than a clock. You do. And he's like, I have Tourette's. And I'm like, I know. I just need you to know that I knew. And so that was fine, but he was really excited because he found out that I'm a dancer and supposedly we're crazy physical people, and I'm just like, I don't know. Um, it was fine. Whatever. And by the end of the night, I at least got some food and some free wine, and I was like, whatever. And he was like, I really want to see more of you. I really like you, and you're dark and crazy, and I really like that about you. And I turned to him and I'm like, I don't want to be dark and crazy to a crazy person. I don't.